really a very, very sad story. We are asking, who killed that little girl? Her name was Nia Faisal. On 8th of April 2025, 7-year-old Nia Faisal was bitten by a stray dog around 12:30 p.m. near her residence in Kunnikode in Kollam district. Nia was initially rushed to the Punalur Taluk Hospital for emergency care and vaccination, but her rabies infection progressed rapidly, after which she was moved to the Thiruvananthapuram SAT hospital for specialized treatment. But precisely a month later, Nia passed away on 5th of May. What is further heartbreaking is that protocol did not allow the girl's body to be taken home, and Nia was laid to rest at the Alancheri Jamaat Mosque. Post this began her mother Habira's fight to know what had caused her daughter's death. She initially approached the Punalur police station to file a complaint, but they allegedly refused to either take any formal action or register a case against medicos who were involved. Habira later saw detailed records of the treatment provided to her daughter through the Right to Information Act and alleged that the hospital superintendent had deliberately withheld information, and further alleged that it seemed that he was protecting the doctors who had attended to her daughter. After being stonewalled in this fashion, Habira filed a private complaint before the court mentioning the suspected cover-up. After studying the petition, Punalur First Class Judicial Magistrate Court directed the police to register an FIR and initiate an investigation. 3 doctors who were on duty during the child's treatment now face charges for medical negligence, and their names are as follows: Dr. Devi Lakshmi, Dr. Amjita and Dr. Jayasurya, while the superintendent was Dr. K.R. Sunil Kumar, who has been booked for the destruction of evidence and for suppressing vital treatment details to hide the alleged procedural lapses. The police has registered the case under sections 1061, 238 and 35 relating to causing death by negligence, destruction of evidence and providing false information to shield an offender, and acts committed by multiple persons in furtherance of a common intention. The prelim medical findings reveal that the dog bite is suspected to have impacted a nerve in the child, enabling the rabies virus to spread to the child's brain. You know what? This story is sad at many levels. First, was Nia given the correct treatment? Did the doctors do due diligence and monitor the child? Or was it just some random and continuous dumping of waste, which is of course very common in most of Indian cities, which took her away? You know why? Because at the time she was there and the stray dog came and bit her, she was apparently feeding some ducks, the little 7-year-old girl who lost her life. Let me go to Dr. Sulfi Nuhu, former state president of IMA in Kerala, and Dr. Ishwar Gilada, consultant, infectious diseases and secretary, General People's Health Organization. Thank you, doctors, for joining us on this story. How sad is this story, Dr. Gilada? I mean, at several levels. You know, you all take a hypocritical oath. You say that you will serve the people. You know, during COVID, you became our messengers of God. You know, you were the ones who saved us. But look at this, you know, this is again and again. I mean, we were given all assurances that no, it is treatable. She was taken to the nearby hospital. It is only when her condition worsened, Dr. Gilada, that she was taken to Thiruvananthapuram. There is some lacune, Dr. Gilada.
We all sympathize and empathize with the family. It's a very sad incident. A 7-year-old girl dies of rabies. And when we have an effective vaccine to prevent it, which is 100% effective. Medical negligence is very easy to allege and very difficult to prove. And sometimes it is beyond the control of any doctor. For example, in this case, if the girl has been given the vaccines, which are at 0, 3, 7, 14 and 28 days, that means 5 doses, then she cannot get rabies. Secondly, it depends on what is the site where there was a dog bite. If the site is closer to the head, neck or face, then the chances are more, as opposed to if the bite is on leg or somewhere. Thirdly, we need to categorize what kind of wound it was. Was there only leak? Was there only scratch mark? Or was there any bleeding? When there is a bleeding and bite, really, that is a serious, and that needs to be given immunoglobulin also, in addition to the 5 doses of 0, 3, 7 days, 14 days, 28 days, and immunoglobulin. Immunoglobulin, again, there is of 2 types. One is called equine, which is made from the horse, and which is second is human. And human being expensive, usually equine is used, and that costs around 500 to 700 per vial. Maybe 1 vial is enough, but provided it is given within 0 to 7 days. So it depends on whether that was available, whether that was given within 0 to 7 days, whether if it was not available,
I
was the
understand
family
that, but
also.
Dr. Gilad, I'm sorry to interject, sir. My apologies to you. I never do that with senior people like you. But the point of the matter is that the superintendent of the police, when the mother Habira went to inquire, first of all, the police station told her, we don't have any details, don't come here. Then the grieving mother goes to the hospital where the superintendent of police says, I have no information. That's why he's been booked. The point is, unless there was some kind of a problem there, why would I hide anything? People lie because they make mistakes. Dr. Nuhu, please come in here, Dr. Nuhu. The child was given 3 doses of vaccine, sir. Now, of course, experts say, please find out if it is the vaccine or the vaccination. I'm not a doctor. 3 doses this child was given. You are from Kerala. 1 month she was in hospital and later she just passed away. You know, the point is that what seems like a big question mark is, what were the doctors hiding? Dr. Nuhu?
I don't think it's really a very unfortunate thing to happen. To losing a child's life, anyone's life is very sad news. We sympathize and we are all with the parents and the mother and everyone. But it is as earlier mentioned. It's very easy to say that something has happened. Some malpractice or maybe some negligence has happened, but I was going through the entire documents regarding the treatment, available documents in the things, and I found that the available care or maybe the reasonable care was given to the patient, and also there are many other lacunae. Maybe even if we give the anti-rabies immunoglobulin and vaccination and proper doses at times, occasionally that the rabies can come. Even it will not give 100% protection. It all depends upon whether what site it is, the bite has happened, and also depending upon
Sure,
the
sure.
primary care,
I agree.
and all.
I agree what is happening. You see, at that time, what had happened was that there was a big, slugfest going on between the state and the center. They said it's your problem. They said it's your problem. The thing is, Dr. Nuhu, just tell me, as someone who reads this, when I read it today that they have been booked, then why have they taken action? Why has the police, who say preliminary shows there is medical negligence in this? I mean, I read this entire thing. It seems like there was medical negligence. Otherwise, why would they be booked, Dr. Nuhu?
I think, we respect the judgment of the court. But thing is that, unfortunately, very unfortunately, the judgment is against the Supreme Court verdict, in which says that you need to take a expert opinion before charging the FIR. Unfortunately, the court has gone against that verdict, the Supreme Court verdict, maybe without examining all the proper documents and maybe coming to the exact thing. So the court has gone to that. Probably the association and other doctors will be approaching the higher court to get justice. You cannot blame. See, thing is, the proper care, everything, the adequate dosage was given, and there was nothing was hidden. There was some protocol error, maybe some procedural error, in which the initial documents were not given to the patients through the Right to Information Act. That must have provoked the people. So maybe there was some procedural error.
Yeah,
only.
why not? I mean, you're supposed to give me procedures. I want to know what X-ray you took, what MRI you did. I want to know. I mean, what is this? It is my right. No, my child was in that hospital. It is my right to know. Why are you hiding things? I mean, this is
the document was finally given to the concerned, but it shows the dosage given, the time in which it was administered, everything was given. But then the initial document was not given. That is because of some. See, when there is a alleged negligence, everything, all the documents are with are a government document, and it should be given according to the rules. That's why there was some delay, and it was given to the there is nothing to hide. The court can examine that, and probably the delay in giving the documents to the patient must have provoked maybe the court has come to that kind of a judgment. We will definitely try to get justice, but even though it has some unfortunate thing has happened to the patients. So see, we can just say that there may be some problem with the vaccine, some problem with the immunoglobulin. All these things are speculations. We are not sure whether there was some the vaccine failure or maybe the immunoglobulin failure.
That has
or
to be
maybe
investigated. But the point is, we're talking about Kerala. We're not talking about boondocks. Kerala is very advanced when it comes to healthcare, sir. It's not some random state. One knows how Kerala deals with it. Dr. Gilada, the child was given 3 doses, as I read in the article, sir. The thing is that I have another question. If now, let us presume, sir, that what the court has said, or investigation, not the court, I beg your pardon, the police has said, preliminary investigation show that, it maybe it traveled to her brain. Because I was told by a doctor that if you have a cut and it can travel to the brain and it can be then fatal. But I want to understand, in 1 month after the child was given 3 doses, no one, where is the monitoring here? I don't understand, because are there symptoms? If there are not symptoms, I do not know. I mean, I wouldn't know, you would know better. I somewhere feel, sir, please pardon me, sir, but I just feel that because they were from a particular category, economic kind of a category, there is usually, and the doctors are overwhelmed and overworked everywhere in this country. But in 3 doses, you did not even monitor the child. She's lost her child, Dr. Gilada.
No. We are confusing 2 things. One is the prevention, and that is the 3 dose or 5 dose, whatever you are given. And there is nothing monitoring required after 5 doses are given. You need to only monitor that stray dog. When we talk about negligence by doctors, we don't talk about negligence of a municipal corporation or municipal authorities where the stray dogs are moving. The moment you catch them, there will be an animal activist will come say that you are harming the dogs. Secondly, when you talk about negligence, you need to say that the child developed the symptoms of rabies and thereafter the child has been neglected or not. So there are different symptoms, and when as I told you, if the injury or the dog bite or the leaking is closer to the brain, because the virus for this rabies travels through nerve, it doesn't travel through blood. So it travels through nerve, and from nerve to reaching brain, it depends on the distance. So the time required, which is the incubation period, from the dog bite till symptom can be 1 to 3 months. And
sir, you can look. I'm not questioning the 2 of you. You're obviously talking from the doctor's point of view. But I don't think that there is any case where you said nothing went wrong. If nothing went wrong, why did she die? If nothing went wrong, why was he Superintendent Mr. Sunil Kumar or Sunil Kumaran, whatever his name was, what was he hiding from the woman who was running from pillar to post? It is only after Right to Information Act that she got the facts.
Sudhaji, rabies is 100% fatal. But once rabies set in, I have not seen in my 44 years of public life one single case is saved. So if rabies is already set in, no one can save, even God cannot save. So I think we are debating 2 things. It's okay that the doctor have been charged. Charge is not punished. Charge is not even proven anything. It is some kind of approach, somebody approach, you charge, but you see. But if the magistrate or court will not understand what is a rabies set in already, if rabies is already set in, whatever are the reason, whether there is no kind of cold chain or proper.
I'm not, sir.
But we cannot do anything once the rabies is set in.
All right, okay. Dr. Nuhu, I'm not saying that, there is negligence. Like Dr. Gilada said, it's, it will come up and things like that. But also the Honorable Court will not say that, you are charged. The Honorable Court have charged these 4 people, 3 doctors and 1 medical superintendent, based on a doubt of medical negligence. After all, the court also has to do due diligence. The story is that she goes first to the police station, they say don't come here, don't. She then goes to the hospital, the superintendent says I will not show you any documents. If the documents were correct and everything, I mean if it happened to me also that someone I really am very close to was in hospital for 1 year, sorry for 1 month, I beg your pardon, and then just passes away, I am going to lose it. I am going to ask you that what happened? Was it septicemia? Was it organ failure? What was it? I am an educated woman. But what happens, I am only saying that to both of you are saying there couldn't have been any medical negligence. I'm sorry, I'm not accepting that, Dr. Nuhu.
I would like to explain something regarding the treatment of what has happened there. Thing is that the mother has asked for the treatment documents, which doctor has treated, what has happened in the casualty. That was the question asked by the lady, the mother. But thing is, we have to understand that the OP ticket means the outpatient ticket is usually taken away by the patient. It is kept in the patient's custody, bystander's custody, not in the hospital. So we were not able, the hospital authorities were not able to understand which doctor saw that patient. So there were 3 doctors on duty, and that is what the superintendent said. We cannot give you the name of the doctor who treated, because the outpatient ticket was with the patient. If they produce that document, which shows that the signature and the name of the doctor, we can say that this patient is seen by this doctor. 3 doctors were on the duty. So we have to find out which doctor was on duty to allege somebody to give a punishment. We need to know who was on that case sheet was with the patient. So the superintendent asked the lady to get the OP ticket and produce the OP ticket, and then only we can give the name of the doctor who treated. That's one thing. The second thing is, according to the Right to Information Act, the hospital authorities has given the full details in what time the injection was given, even though that was given in the sister's documents, the nurse's records, the injection time, the dosage given, test dose given, everything was given, and there's nothing to hide. But court unfortunately charged against the superintendent and also 2 doctors.
Have to wait and see, no, Dr. Nuhu.
Yeah.
Let's wait.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
do I have to, if I'm Habira, I have to go through Right of Information Act to get, okay, I don't have the OP ticket. There is no other method. Will every patient have to go through this red tapeism after having lost her child? Come on, doctors. It's a life.
Unfortunately, we understand. We understand the issues, but we cannot just put a doctor or maybe any.
I only asked for negligence if there could be, but both of you said no, due diligence was done. Whether it was the vaccine or the vaccination, we'll have to wait. But it has taken a year. She died last year, sir. No, she died in May 2025. We are sitting in April. So the point is that actually 1st of May, Labor Day. So 1st of May, 1 year, I'm sure the mother went from pillar. What is the new about this story, Dr. Gilada? ये तो अमूमन होता है इस देश में. What is so new? I am only saying that we have seen lots of shows on medical negligence. We've seen lots of cases. Doctors are, like I said, messengers of God. But I am not ready to accept that it is impossible. Let the case come out. In this, another thing which is horrible is, there was food dumped near their house. The mother kept saying, please do not dump food here, because you see these stray dogs come and my child is playing here. She was playing with the ducks that day when the stray dog came and mauled her. Even about mauling, I'm sorry to say, a lot of, animal lovers say that, oh, stray dogs don't maul. They maul. And this is why Nia is dead. I'm not saying the stray dogs do it deliberately. So it is horrible at multiple levels. Ultimately, it's the death of a 7-year-old child and of someone, a single working mother. It's not a joke. And I think 1 year is a long time in the life of a grieving mother. Dr. Gilada, would you accept that?
No, I accept that. What is the problem with medical profession is the lack of patient-doctor relationship. We do not explain that patient is sick, serious, dying. And if that was done at every stage, then the things would have been easier. But every time we always say that doctors are busy, but you must talk to patient. You must talk to the relative which is there in your presence. And you try to convince them what is the situation. Show them scientifically. We don't think anybody is moron. They all understand that rabies is a fatal disease. So you tell them that rabies already set in. We are trying our best. We are doing humanistic care, but we cannot save. You say that. But a lot of doctors are scared to say to the relatives. Otherwise, sometimes relatives come and they bash doctors. So there is a various, like here, Creature 4A or negligence charge is there. The doctor bashing is also very common. You tell somebody that your child is dying, your patient is dying, they will come and bash you, that you are not done properly. So you need to educate people. Doctor-patient relationship will be there. you fix up the responsibility of who should maintain animal, whether it's a stray animal or personal animal, whether they have been vaccinated or not. So all these things do not come in the purview of doctor. Once doctor, they come to doctor, okay, you give a proper dosage, 3 dose or 5 dose, you give immunoglobulin. Immunoglobulin has to be given in wound rather than intramuscular. So if these protocols are followed, I don't think there's any medical negligence. Only thing is the lack of information, which is not given at the time, and therefore the mother had to go from pillar to post, and that is pathetic.
All right.
Yeah,
it's pathetic. I know, Dr. Nuhu, before I let both of you go, Dr. Nuhu, let's look at the other aspect of it. The doctors and the superintendent has been named now. What happens tomorrow if they are found innocent?
Yeah, exactly. That is another point. Before coming to that point, and I would like to say that the dog bite menace is a big problem, not only in Kerala, many part of the country. Kerala, especially, it's a crowded place. There is no urban rural difference, and it's a big problem. Every time a patient, or maybe a person, or maybe a child dies, or maybe severely injured, then only the issue of the rabid dog or maybe the dog menace come up. So we need to have a long-term agenda in which we need to do the scientific. We have to take steps to reduce the dog bite. That is one issue. For that the entire government system should work together. Second, regarding the second regarding if the doctor was innocent and then some allegations and then this case procedure and procedural things are happening, and then finally if the doctor turns out to be innocent, then that's terrible. So that is what we say that this is against the Supreme Court verdict. Even though it was the honorable court has given such a verdict, we will definitely we will fight for the justice, because injustice has happened at least in that case. Maybe the communication gap, or maybe the all other things, the procedural errors are there. That is different. If there is if the doctors are innocent, that is gross injustice.
Yeah, too. but we owe it to Nia. We owe it to Nia. All of us, as doctors, as people, we owe it to Nia. We owe it more to her memory, and we owe it to her mother Habira, because one month she was there, and she just passes away. Maybe like Dr. Gilada says, the doctors did not talk to the mother, and Dr. Gilada used a very strong word that they are not morons, they understand. How do you say it? You have to tell them the rabies has set in. But we owe it to this little girl, the girl who was dreaming big dreams. Apparently she was asking her mother, can I get my new books to the hospital? These are little stories, but they break your heart.